Next, we will proceed with understanding the other function. We already discussed about all and all selected. Only thing is all except. Okay, all except function. The all except function, what it does is it removes the filter from all the columns except the column that we mentioned it. Okay. So what do you mean by all the columns? It removes the filter. So I don't want to remove the filter for the column that I mentioned as part of my all except function. That kind of situation, we can say that way also. Okay. If you want to compare the values against category averages, something in that kind of situation, also the all except function, we can use it. Or if you wanted to see the year-on-year growth calculations, in that kind of situation, this is very much helpful. The all except function. The one simple scenario, what we will do is the all except removes all filters from a table except for some columns. So this is the syntax for the all except function takes the first argument as a table name. Table name. Like a filter function, calculate table function, it takes the first argument as a table name. Unlike all and all selected. Okay, there you can specify the column directly, but in the case of all except, you need to specify the table name first and then the column names. Okay. And okay, what kind of scenario that I can use it? The all except function. So what for that, I'll give you one example. Okay. So supposing, okay, the scenario here is supposing you want to compare the sales of each country or each category. You want to compare the sales of each category in a country against the average sales of all products in the same country. Okay. Look here. In this case, I'll just create a measure, modeling and a new measure. Or instead of using average, I will just use the total so that we can compare it side by side. So the all except, I just say all except. I just put new because your batch, you're doing this one. And here I'm going to say calculate. Yes, yes. See, in the real world scenario, you don't use all the time the total sales and all. Okay, so they'll ask you the average sales also. You can change it accordingly. Okay, this is the measure. And here what I'm going to do, I'm going to use all except the sales underscore W04, comma, in the sales W04. Okay, we will do category here. Okay, the sales W04 category. I'm going to use this one. Okay, other thing is like, okay, let it be there. I just select the, I'm going to submit that one and I just wrap this one in my visual. When you see this measure, the all measure, okay, 1 second. When you see the total sales as well as the all except, both of them shows the same value. Okay, both of them are showing the same value. Now, yeah. Okay, I just make a small change here, all except here I'm going to use some Boolean condition. Here the country, right? Category, I'm using category only. Comma, wait. Here I'm going to use, instead of category, I'm going to use country here. Country. Country is equivalent to I just say United States. Okay, the same thing. Okay, this one's supposed to be the second condition. Wait. Okay, here. And comma. I think some junks are coming here. Better let me click on this. Here the comma, a lot of syntax issues. This is for this and this is for nothing. Okay. Oh, okay. Then we need one more. So now you understood the importance of writing a script in a more readable form. Okay, and this for all except, you need to close it. And now it looks neat. And then argument 3 is now it is working fine, right? This is your measure, sum of sales, sum of, and here the country. I applied the filter on country, United States. Look here. In this case, this my base location, United States. I want to compare my United States with the total sales. Okay, total sales. And for example, I'm going to introduce another slicer. I'm going to increase the complication. Okay, the complexity a little more. Here, I just put country here. If I select Afghanistan, okay, this is where Afghanistan sales, right? Afghanistan sales. And this one shows your United States. For that purpose, you can use it. Or if you want to compare the country, whatever. See, in this case, I added another thing. In this case, we don't need the all except, right? Sorry, what is that? All except measure. All except. In this case, I'm going to remove this condition. This condition is not required. Okay, this is the whole idea. Correct. So this measure calculates the total sales for the entire country. Total sales for the entire country. Since I have introduced a new slicer called country, this one will give you the total sales for the entire country, all the country put together. What is the total sales we made in furniture? Okay, now in this case, furniture and technology, along with that, this filter got applied. So the all except function, look here, in this case, what condition that I use? 1 second. So in this case, I did not use any filter condition, but here I put the category. Okay. So category I mentioned as a column as part of all except function. So since your first column is a category, what happens? What are the filter you apply it here? That is the one shows for the total sales for the entire city, all the country put. Not for the Argentina. This is for not for the Argentina. All the country put together. What is the total sales in furniture? What is the total sales in technology? But whereas here it shows the Argentina total sales, technology total sales in Argentina. Okay, for example, if you select Afghanistan, Okay, and this is what you can see it here. In Afghanistan, what is the sales, right? And again, if they wanted to want you to include display the total sales we made in, let's say, our base location in United States, like I have discussed, where here I discussed, right? In this case, the total sales should not get disturbed. So in this case, you can use this measure. There is another requirement. Okay, this Boolean filter measure. Okay, let me go back here. Sorry, I need to go to this page. And then let's Boolean filter measure. So now these three values are different. This is different, and this is different. This is different. This is for what? All the country put together. In furniture, what is the total sales we made? All the country put together in technology, what are the total sales? This one shows the United States. Because here, did I use United States? Yes, United States, right? Boolean filter. So United States, give me the United, because United States is my base location. I want to compare other countries' sales with my United States. And also I want to compare the United States and whatever the country is selected with the total sales. Okay, so this is my United States, right? Yeah, this is my USA. Okay. This is my Afghanistan. Okay, and this is the total sales of the entire country. For the entire country, what is the total sales? United States, what is the total sales? Now you can compare the currently selected Afghanistan sales in each category with the total sales, and also you can compare side by side with United States. See, you can do it this way. So the all except function is helpful to remove the filter on all the columns in a table except the column that you mentioned it. Okay. In this case, I mentioned category. Hence, it applies the filter only on the category. Okay. But when you use the country column here, it simply disregard this one, right? Because all except, it removes the filter from country and various other columns except the category. Okay, the Boolean filter, here I have, I have mentioned the country as United Kingdom, United States, right? Hence, it shows only the United States. And here, in this case, I have introduced another, since I introduced the country slicer for country, right? What happens in this case, the combination of these two filter gets applied here. The combination of these category slicer, country slicer, with the combination of these two slicer is getting up, these two filter is getting applied. Show me in Afghanistan furniture what is the total sales. Show me in Afghanistan what is the total sales made in technology. But whereas here it simply overrides this one. It simply remove the filter because it can obey only for category. In the all except function, I mentioned only the category. Hence, it shows the total sales we made in all the categories. It shows the total sales in furniture and the technology. Okay, technology. So in this case, it obeys only the category. It obeys only the category slicer. Okay. In this case, it obeys it. The calculate function overrides or the modifies the existing filter context. Okay. And in this case, we have used the United States explicitly in the Boolean expression. Hence, it gives only the United States related thing. Okay. It overrides the default thing. Okay. So here the explicit things comes, right? This one override. That's why I have in the page 8 already demonstrated. Okay. And the next one is this one. So in this case, what happened? It applies the filter both from category as well as the country in this case. Because the total sales measure has only the sum of sales, that's all. Okay. And the all function, not the all function. Yeah, so that's what, right? So the total sales obeys these two things. Now we understood the power of all these DAX functions. You need to use it in a very diligent manner. Next one is the remove filter. Remove filter and all function, both of them are more or less same, but the difference is solid. But here you need to give some meaningful name here, otherwise it will confuse the. According to you, you know very well what is this one is doing it, and for that you need to select this visual, and then the right side you need to in the column section go and change the look at Boolean filter measure. Click on the drop down, and here you will find the name for this visual. Okay, and all except measure. Okay, this is the entire. We can give some meaningful name. We'll give explicit entire country sales. Okay, entire country sales and USA sales and total sales in Angola or Afghanistan in this case. Got it? So only after introducing a new slicer, now we are able to understand this concept, right? Okay, next one is I'm going to show you the all. I just select the all measure we already created, all function, all except all function. The same thing I'm going to take it, create a new measure. Yes, I'll show you, Aishwarya. Wait, I'll show you that. Okay. So here the all function name, instead remove filter. Instead of all, I'm going to say remove filter. That's all, not much difference. Remove filters. Yes. And press enter. If you see here, the all function and remove filters, both of them are giving me the same output. So that means, functionality wise, both of them are same. All function remove the filter, remove all the filters. Okay, but in this case, one second. Okay, why we are, it shows 20,219. What is the basis for this? Is that what your question? Okay. In this case, the 20,000. Okay, in this case, what happened? All the three category put together, what is the total sales in Afghanistan? Total sales, all the category put together, total sales is 20,219. That is the one repeated across the rows. Here, what you say is the visible categories total sales. That is the one, you can see it in all selected. And since all function and remove filter is same, it displays the same value. Okay. But the difference between all and remove filter is with all function, you can duplicate a table. For example, you have table 1, you can go to the data view and click on the new table. So table 1 is equal to table 2. Table 2 is equal to table 1. Let's say your table 1 is already there. If you want to duplicate this one, you can use all function. Inside the all function, you specify the table that you want to duplicate it. It will duplicate it. Okay. So you can duplicate a table. The all function returns the entire table or the column. And also it removes all the filter. Remove filter is also using remove filter also you can remove all the filter. Then why should I have two different functions with the same functionality? It is not exactly same functionality. Remove filters, as the name is pretty straightforward here. Remove all the filter, but all is a little bit confusing. Okay, what do you mean by all? Okay, remove filters. That's the, maybe it's kind of a syntax sugar for the developer friendly, to make it more developer friendly. They use remove filters, but the other difference is both of them removes all the filter, internal, external, all the things. Okay, but only difference is all function with that you can duplicate a table, existing table you can duplicate it. That's all, not much difference. Next one, what else we are left with? Keep filters. Okay. Okay, modifies how filters are applied while evaluating, calculate, or okay, this is the one. This one, what kind of scenario we can use it? What kind of scenario can we use it? Keep filters. Any idea? Did you watch my video, the previous batch video? So this is to preserve the current filters. Okay. This is this DAX function is used to preserve the current filters. Okay. So let's say you have a scenario, something like if you want to combine multiple filters, that kind of situation, this is helpful. Okay, I'll just show you with one example. So with the demonstration, you should be able to understand. Okay. Um, we can, what are the other scenarios? I just thinking about. Okay, what I will do is I'll directly apply this one. Okay, and okay, keep filters. It preserves the thing. Yeah, that's all. It keeps the current filter and also allow external filters. That's all. Okay, it keeps the current filter and also allow the external filter. The same thing. Look here, I'm going to simply duplicate the all except. Not this one. All except measure new. Okay, in this case, okay, I will use this one. Okay. What I will do is I just take the same thing. Not this one. I just yeah, we will take this one. Correct. No, here the key filters you can specify the expression. Okay, this is an expression only here. We used it for some other scenario recently when we worked on it. Okay, anyhow, here the key filters is for United States. For example, only when the United States gets selected, rest of them it will simply ignore it. Okay. United States. Look here. when you select the unit states, only that time it will get displayed. Okay, otherwise it will not get displayed. Okay, and that is the one thing. Okay, so there are some scenarios you want to preserve the current filters. Preserve the current filters. This is your current filter. Okay, you want to preserve the current filters. Right. Otherwise, if you select something else, right, it will become nothing. Okay. For example, if you select other than the United States, it will not show anything there. It will show blank. Okay, it will preserve the current filter. That's all. Okay. Other than, so in this case, this filter, it returns false, hence it is not displaying anything here. Okay. This is one scenario, and we have used it in the other scenario. So where, the last year selected products, for that purpose we have used it. Okay, for the last year selected product with the current year, we want to compare it. On that kind of situation, we used it. Anyhow, probably I will share that scenario in the next session. Okay, but at this moment, you just think it will simply preserve the current filter. For example, if I select United States, whatever the filter is there, only that one it will preserve it. Okay, rest of them, if you select, it will not going to display anything here. The key filters. And then the next one is, so we have used it for for a good case study recently. Multiple, when we use the multiple filters, and that kind of situation, it was very much helpful. Okay, that probably I will think, I'll just check and come back to you on that one. Okay, the next one is the selected value function.